It's Power Tools, and we got MichaelBM in the house. How are you doing, brother?
Really good, bro. Happy to be here with you, man.
Oh, man, it's good to have you here. So you've had, releases on Ultra, Astralworks, your own label, Latin House Gang. You've played all over the world, some of the dopest clubs, Fabric in Madrid, Lost Beach Club in Ecuador. You've played in Barcelona, Argentina. You're, like we mentioned, you're from Toluca, Mexico. Let's go back to the beginning of MichaelBM, and you started off playing the drums, right?
Yeah, I started playing the drums when I was 15, 17. That was the base to start.
Right.
And I think that gave
Were
me,
you into rock music, or you're playing
yeah,
okay.
I used to love Metallica and Mana also,
Right.
Mexican rock.
Right.
Different kind of music, but basically it was metal.
Right.
I liked it, and then I step away from drums and start making music. And I think that's why I love to make rhythms, because of the drums.
Right.
Yeah.
It goes back to where you first entered
Yeah,
the music phase. And then when you started producing, you were doing all kinds of stuff. You're doing trap, you're doing reggaeton, you're just having fun.
Yeah, I mean, when I started making dubstep, trap, hardstyle. I
Right.
played some festivals of that. Then I started playing at clubs, and I said wow, I can't really play dubstep at clubs, at least not in Mexico. And
Right.
that's when I started moving into big room. Then I went to. I started to get into
Right.
house music, and that's
Was there one moment did you like for house music? Was there a DJ you saw, or maybe something man, I really want to do this, or is just kind of a gradual thing that happened?
No, actually I did. When the very first time I saw David Guetta at the Estadio Azteca, and it was crazy for me because I wasn't never meant to be a DJ. That was not my dream when I was a kid, but since I started going to festivals and
Right.
parties, I was like, whoa, I like this. And I had a DJ friend that took me into the move, and we started making music together. And that's when everything started to make sense to me.
So you're producing first, not even thinking about DJing. You're just I want to produce music.
Yeah, actually, because as I was a drummer and I like music, I like to make
Right.
music. And then I said well, the only way to show my music is to be DJ, to play
Right.
my music,
Right.
And that's where it all started.
That's amazing. And you were starting when you first started off, you would mention, you're playing kind of open format. How was that transition going from open format to house? Was that a hard transition? Was that an easy transition?
It wasn't easy,
Right.
honestly, because Mexico is a really tough market. People, house industry is not big like in the US.
Right.
So I had to jump in a lot of genres, as you said, reggaeton, pop music, rock, all kind of music, just to have 5-10 minutes of house music on my sets, and that's where I took the time to play my music.
Right.
As I said, the purpose was always to play my music. That's why
Right.
I'll start playing.
That's awesome, man. Now, I read a comment that you said that at the beginning that you used to go and study the dance floor. You would go and really pay attention to the dance floor and how people were reacting to music. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, actually, when I start playing, most of the clubs, when you're not famous or you haven't blow up,
Right.
it's they just want you to sell bottles and to make good parties. So
Right.
that was basically my motto when I was playing. Let's just make people have fun. Let's just make people go crazy, consume bottles just to keep active. Because
Right.
if you don't do that, they don't book you again.
Right.
That was why. That was my purpose when I played, and it worked for me because nowadays that I do my shows, yeah, I always say parties for me and for them, and that's
Right.
why I always love to pay attention to the crowd, to the energy, and I go play what I think is the best at that time. I'd
Right.
never plan my sets at all.
Not at all.
No, I mean, like,
Right.
I just do the playlist, and I do have
Right.
my playlist, but it's not that I say, okay, tonight I'm gonna play this or that. Like, I just 5 minutes before the show, I say like, okay, I think I'm opening with this, or this could be the next song, or.
Right.
But it's not that I'm really prepared. Well, I mean, I'm prepared, but I'm not like.
Right. Overanalyzing.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Because that's the way when you started off as an open format DJ, you don't really prepare sets. Because the DJ before you could have played 5 of the records that you're gonna play. So
Exactly.
you have to learn how to like be able to move in the moment.
Yeah, actually, and you have to be prepared for any occasion. Like, every party is different, every club is different,
Right.
people's different. So you have to flow with the vibe, and I mean, make it work.
Right. And how do you think starting off as an open format DJ helped you with your house sets?
I would say it helped me for the show, to make a good show, make people connect with the people.
Right.
As I said, make this party for all of us. Understand the crowd. Even in house music, you don't have to play the same kind of house music everywhere I go.
Right.
Sometimes it's higher energy, sometimes it's more underground, but I try to find the best mix between the crowd and what I want to play to make the best party I could do.
And is that because you're playing in a lot of different countries, so you really have to like understand what you're walking into
Yeah.
and find that medium for you?
Yeah, it's crazy because Europe market is different than South America. USA market is different than Mexico. Like, you
Right.
have different styles into house music that work depending on the country also.
Right. What is difference between South America and Europe?
I would say South America is more Latin house, like more Latin influence on the music, more
They want the
percussive.
drums. Yeah.
Yeah, they do love underground music, but this Latin touch gives like a sauce in the party. Europe, I would say it's more how can I say, it's more classy,
Straight.
more straight,
Right.
and the club culture is like so purist. So
Right.
it depends where you go and which clubs you play also.
Right.
But yeah, basically that's the difference.
Man, when I think a big moment for you was when Carnage played Muévelo. That had to be a big moment for you, right? Talk to us
Yeah.
about when you saw the clip. How did you find out?
I found out because one of my friends was at the crowd and he sent me the video, and that's when I started to say, okay, I think Latin house
Right.
is a thing for me because it's working. Like, it's the
Right.
music DJs are playing for me, and
Right.
it's working on the crowd too. And
Right. Was he Carnage or was he Gordo? At the
Gordo,
time? Oh,
he
he was
was-
Gordo
yeah,
at the
he was
time.
now
Right.
Gordo,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
yeah, but that's where all it started. Like, that's more than 4 years ago.
Right.
And
And that was a big kick. Did that like give you the confidence? Like, I can do this.
yeah, I really, when I step out from dubstep and hardstyle and etc., was also because I felt like I wasn't really giving something to music, like
You weren't
I really
contributing.
yeah, like, and I felt this with house music and Latin house, and that's where I thought, okay, I think this is the thing. This is
Right.
my thing.
Right. And speaking about Latin house, you said something, and I may not have this exactly right, but you said Latin house needs more Latinos doing the music and spreading the love, because there's been other people coming into the Latin house world, and having some success. Talk to us about how you think it's important for Latinos to really also be pushing the culture.
Well, I think Latin house is really 100% influenced by Latin music, like
Right.
Latin culture.
Right.
And I've always think that to make this a big movement is not just one artist or two. Like, we have to be a whole movement,
Right.
a whole community that supports each other to make it this blow up for Latinos. And that's why I also started my record label, because I wanted to discover new artists. I wanted to discover new Latinos making this,
Right.
and push them to chase this dream, because it's not easy actually nowadays. The industry is hard. The challenge to make a Latino a big artist
Right.
is one of 100, and
Right.
it's really hard, but we'll trying to do it, and that's what I wanna do in the music, push the culture, the Latin
Right.
culture.
And speaking of that, like I'm starting to see there's a lot more like Latino like events with Latino house DJs on, like you're playing tomorrow night at the Pico Rivera Sports Arena. Talk to us about how important those events are.
I mean, this is really important because you just don't need DJs in the environment. You need promoters, you need
Right.
parties, you need labels, you need everything
Right. You need a
to
system.
make this work.
Right.
Like the whole ecosystem makes the music grow by itself. So it's really important that more promoters support, encourage other artists to make this big. And yeah, I'm happy that this is happening in
Right.
LA, that it's based like, I mean, LA is a really huge base for Latinos
Right.
in the US, and I hope this spreads all around the US and all the country and all around the world.
Right. That's dope. That's dope. And like, how is growing up in Toluca, like Mexico, like, would you say affected you as an artist, but even as a person, because you're like you're in another country? Like, talk to us about being there.
I mean, Toluca is in a small town in Mexico.
Mhm.
It's not. It has no big electronic music industry.
Right.
Not at all. I would say like nothing. But actually, that's why I moved to Mexico City. That it's close to Mexico City. It's
Right.
like 1 hour away. And well, I would love that Toluca get the house culture and
Right.
spread it, because there's a big opportunity. I know a lot of DJs from there, but it's really difficult because the audience is not ready to enjoy a house music party. The clubs are not ready. Like we still need more.
Right.
But I hope sometime it happens. Really.
Right. Nice, nice, nice. So, what else does MichaelBM have cooking for the rest of 2026? You've been dropping some heaters. What else you have coming up?
Well, I'm working on my first debut album.
Oh, nice.
With really good collaborations. I have collaborations. I wanted to bring the Latin artists, the urban Latin artists, for this album, and we have Joel from Joel and Randy.
Nice.
We have Miss Nina from the one that sings Sicaria. We have El Chuape. We have Emphasis. We have El Illuminati. We have Barbara Dosa. We have a few tracks that I hope this is a step for making house music grow, and I don't know. I'm really focused on that.
When is the album due out?
I still don't have like the final date.
Right.
Actually, I released today the second single.
Got it.
With Ms. Nina,
Nice.
and well, it's doing great. But I don't really have like the final date for the album because I'm still working on some
Right.
details. But
Right. Will it be by the end of the year, or is it going to be maybe beginning of next year?
no, it might be by the end of the
Okay,
year. Maybe after summer.
Got it. Right. Oh, so it's going to
Yeah.
be this year. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the tracks are ready.
Right.
I'm just waiting for some details, paperwork, and
Right.
but it's done.
That's always the hardest part.
Yeah, actually, that's when the job starts. Like
That's
it's
where the
crazy.
real work. Everybody wants to come into the studio. Everybody wants to create.
Yeah.
Get everybody's signatures. Oh.
Yeah, that's when everybody. Boom.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. It's a really good project, and I'm happy that all these big artists support this movement that I'm
Right.
doing.
Right. Well, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I'm excited to see what's happening. There's like yourself. There's Andras. There's what Dioro's doing, what Bolo's doing. It's I think it's an exciting time, but it goes back to your point. it also needs to be a community of having an ecosystem to really support it.
Yeah, I always say to everybody, to my friends, it's like if the Avengers were only Spider-Man or only Hulk or only it's like you need the whole team together to make this movement big. That's why Avengers make Avengers,
Right. No, 100%.
And that's what I think about music. It's the same. Like you need a lot of superheroes to make this grow and spread it.
Right. 100%. Well, it's awesome having you on Powertools, man, and I'm looking forward to the album. We're gonna have you back when you drop the album.
For sure, bro. Thanks for having me, and I hope you like the album.
Yeah. Powertools.